Are we in danger? And what can we do about it?
Coyotes on the loose in an Irving neighborhood. Hear what Animal Services says you need to know.
We need people to understand that it's not over.
It is the height of mosquito season. See what the city is doing to help residents fight the bite.
This is a pretty unusual operation for us.
Call them lucky ducks. We have the rescue caught on camera. Plus the new virtual way neighbors are helping each other stay safe, and an NFL experience for kids. This is City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Firefighters come to the rescue of some ducks in danger. That story is coming up. But first, residents report some close encounters with wildlife. I found out about their coyote concerns. Another nice view here.
Oh, it is. These are lovely overlooks.
The beautiful scenery is one of the draws of Hackberry Creek in Irving.
But it's a very pleasant place to live and one that we get many compliments on.
More than 1,200 families live here, but not everyone likes what is sharing their neighborhood.
We have coyote sightings.
A resident caught one of them on camera. A coyote in the middle of a cul-de-sac during the day. Hackberry Creek board member Harold Rankin says residents here have always known they are around, but never this many.
Our reportings have increased of sightings.
People have pets, people have children. What are the concerns in this neighborhood?
And of course it would run the gamut of those, and because we are not coyote experts, what we decided to do was find this one, see if somebody can come tell us, is this something we need to try to eliminate?
We're seeing more of them because we're more into their backyard.
Animal Services Manager Sandy Grambert says that continued development has taken away some of their habitats, so the coyotes are sent looking for new homes.
We've expanded into more wooded areas, and we've expanded upon their territory.
Coyotes are considered intelligent animals. Once in a neighborhood, experts say they can pick up on habits and learn how to fit in safely.
Wild animals' lives revolve around routine. That's how they survive. So they learn our routines as well and become familiar with those. Is seeing a coyote in the daytime abnormal? Not anymore.
Are we in danger? And what can we do about it?
Neighbors wanted something done. Some were asking for the trapping of all coyotes here.
To grab a truckload of traps and go to an area and set them all out is just not efficient, nor is it effective.
We do color code all traps.
Animal Services says trapping would not solve the problem. One issue, that intelligence coyotes possess.
If they see anything different, or smell different, most of the time they won't approach it.
Also, the only option once they're trapped is euthanization. There is no land approved for relocation of coyotes. Animal Services will only try to capture those showing signs of sickness or aggression.
Unless they're not sick or being aggressive in any way, we'll just let them be.
We're going to leave it alone. If we empty that area of all wild animals, more will move into that opportunity. And that's just the evolution of wildlife in an area. So trapping is not effective.
Coyotes are very hard to trap.
Harold Rankin understands all of this after hearing from Animal Services. The department has been working with residents to explain how to coexist with wildlife.
Education is the first thing. We needed it.
First and foremost, the big concern is make sure your pets have their current vaccinations.
Those vaccinations are important because rabies is prevalent among wildlife in the state and can be fatal. It's transferred through bites.
Secondly is keep your pets, especially your cats, indoors. A lot of people have indoor-outdoor cats, and that's their prerogative, but they need to understand the risks they're taking.
Also keeping the food inside. People tend to keep the cat food outside, dog food, and they feed off of that also.
Have you heard any reports of people having their dogs attacked or any damage done?
There have only been 2.
Humans are almost never a target of coyotes.
With that said, you certainly don't want to mix your children with a wild animal. You wouldn't want to do that. So you just want to be aware of where your kids are.
To tackle this coyote conundrum, Animal Services is planning to pursue a new type of humane program called hazing. Sights and sounds would be used to make the coyotes uncomfortable. So hopefully they would move on to a less developed area they would find more peaceful.
You're reshaping the coyote's behavior, so in effect we're becoming wild animal trainers. And the city map of Irving, our coyote calls are going to be primarily here.
Coyotes are not the only concern. This map shows where residents are reporting wildlife. Almost every part of town has some critter. Some of the more common calls involve bobcats.
We're going to have some bobcats, we're going to have beavers, possums, skunks, raccoons, foxes, lots of foxes. We have pretty much everything you could expect from any wild environment, except we live in the city.
So you would see coyotes running through this area?
They would be.
Harold Rankin has been sharing what he has been learning with his neighbors. He is pleased with the city's response.
And I was very impressed, and I would like to say that.
And he looks forward to learning more about the wildlife sharing his community.
We think it's a lovely neighborhood, and it just has many advantages.
Animal Services says coyotes will always go for the easiest food source, which for them is usually grasshoppers. But when they are in short supply, that's when coyotes could start targeting neighborhood pets. A mosquito caught in a trap near Rochelle Boulevard and Northgate Drive tested positive for the West Nile virus. Irving's Parks Department is spraying that area and other neighborhoods in the city where traps have collected a large number of mosquitoes. The spraying happens after 10 p.m. and at news time, Irving had still not recorded any human cases of the West Nile virus, but the city's mosquito control team wants people to remain on notice.
It doesn't mean that we're in the clear by any means, just because we haven't seen it to the degree we saw it last year. It's still out there. Other cities have seen West Nile. It's just likely a matter of time before we see it in Irving. Luckily, there's been no human cases. This is a result, we believe, of information people have received about West Nile, taking more precautions.
Yeah, and by now you probably know about the 4 Ds of self-protection, but here's one you may not have heard. Research shows mosquitoes like the smell of stinky feet. In passing along the tip, the city's mosquito control team advises people to wear socks. But me, I'd say, just wash your feet. Don't forget about the city's Mosquito Hotline. It's the number to call with concerns, questions, and even to request a trap for your yard. The number is 972-721-3755. Find a neighborhood spraying schedule and more protection tips at irvingfightsthebite.org. Time now for our new feature. See how you can be a City Source crime fighter. Here we go. These 2 people were caught on surveillance camera, and Irving police say they used stolen credit cards to buy all kinds of stuff in stores around Interstate 635 and MacArthur Boulevard. They were believed to be in a white Chevy or Ford pickup. And check out this one. Police say these 2 people burglarized the Hawthorne Suites on Imperial Boulevard. A camera got a pretty good shot of them. They tried and failed to get into a room, but did get away with a video camera. If you recognize any of the people we have shown you, email ipdcrimetips@cityofirving.org. Police also want residents to be on notice about a teen tree trimming scam. One suspect lures the homeowner into the backyard and keeps them distracted, while another burglarizes the home. The suspects are described as Hispanic men in their late 20s or early 30s who used handheld radios. Watch out for them, and that's how you could be a City Source crime fighter. In other police news, we all know about Facebook and other social media sites, and now there is a secure way to network with your own neighbors. Ashley Roberts found out how it promotes safety.
And then the other question is, in order to maintain the integrity.
Vivian Easton is president of the Las Brisas Hills Condominium Association.
What I'm trying to find out is how we can incorporate this into our community. Las Brisas has 301 homes.
Incorporate a new social networking website that the Irving Police Department is encouraging residents to join. It's called Nextdoor.
Well, Nextdoor is a secured virtual crime watch website. What Nextdoor has done, they have mapped the city of Irving into 51 smaller neighborhoods and they've titled each one of those neighborhoods according to a neighborhood association or a homeowners association.
This is the Nextdoor homepage, and this is how...
Here, during a recent neighborhood roundtable meeting at City Hall, Officer John Argumanese gave a presentation about Nextdoor. He says the police department is always looking for new ways to stay connected to the community.
That's a key part in our success here in Irving. Crime continues to go down in the city of Irving, and the reason it does is because of our involvement, or the involvement of our residents.
Many residents are eager to learn more about the new tool
that I can give those that aren't yet on the network.
Sally Graff has been a member of Nextdoor since before the city started promoting it.
It was on maybe a CNN or 60 Minutes or one of the news magazines that said it was kind of a neighborhood watch online type program.
She says she decided to test it out just for kicks and found that not only is it user-friendly, but it really does have the potential to unite a neighborhood.
You know, you go to work, you get home, you lock yourself in the house, and that's about it. So now it's kind of fun. You see them, you wave, you know who they are, where they're from, a little bit of background.
So Graff is encouraging her neighbors to join, and that is what the Irving PD and Nextdoor are trying to do, get residents talking.
It's funny how much we have in common and didn't realize it.
Getting started is easy. All residents have to do is visit nextdoor.com and sign in to find out if they live in an area where the website has been established. If so, they can request to be a member.
What Nextdoor does is they look at those requests and they first verify that that person does in fact live in that neighborhood.
This process is how Nextdoor makes its site safe and secure.
Once they're able to verify that that person lives in the neighborhood, they fill out some information, and then they are allowed access to that secured website.
The police department does not have access to any information neighbors share. However, members are able to see alerts that the police department posts.
They keep crime alerts, and you know, they'll have video of there, or if there's somebody they're looking for, they'll post that out there.
But the website is not just to fight crime. Members can post on an array of topics, and it's also just another tool for neighbors to get to know each other better.
If they're looking for someone to repair a fence, they can pass that information along to members living in their association.
We've got puppies for sale, or, you know, do you know where I can get a tree trimmer, that kind of thing.
Easton believes the private social network could be a great tool for neighbors to support each other.
And we always thought about how could we tap the talents of our community, like for people who have their own business, so maybe they're a licensed electrician.
She's also very grateful for the resources the city offers.
I appreciate the city of Irving. I don't know if all cities do what the city of Irving does, but they provide a lot of resources to us and help us in our communities.
And with just a few clicks, you could be helping the community by getting connected with your neighbors. After all, Nextdoor's Twitter slogan is, when neighbors start talking, good things happen. Ashley Roberts for City Source.
Coming up, a duck rescue caught on camera. But first, Web Watch, our most popular and most talked about videos online. And it happened 3 years ago, but still gets surges in viewership. I'm talking about the demolition of the McDonald's in Heritage Crossing, which of course has been rebuilt. Just a few days ago on YouTube, Nancy Gordon wrote, "The one in my hometown was the same, but after rebuild, very few people came to it, so the owner burned it down to build a smaller one." Not sure where you're from, Nancy, but I do hope any possible crimes, like arson, would be reported to the proper authorities for investigation. A lot of people were also excited to see our coverage in the last show of the U.S. Open Synchronized Swimming Championship. It drew an international field of athletes to Irving.
I have particularly bonded with this one goat whose name is Obi, and that seems to be one of the kids' favorites. This is a big fat black goat.
And maintaining a spot among our most popular is our profile on the petting zoo at Fritz Park. If you missed any of those stories, find them at the all-new ICTN.tv. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/The City of Irving. We have about 900 videos for you to watch, and we always like it when you leave us a comment. And speaking of the web, I hope you've had a chance to check out some of the big changes to our ICTN website, ICTN.tv. As you see here, it's easier to watch live than ever before. Tabs at the upper part of the screen allow you to switch between ICTN 1 and ICTN 2, where public meetings are carried. Also, there are very visible thumbnails to click on for our most recent and most popular stories. All of our City Source stories can be watched in high definition. Other features on the website include links to our program schedule and social media sites. Check it out at ictn.tv. Now to some real lucky ducks. 8 of them fell into a place they did not want to be and got stuck there. Animal Services spotted them and called in the Irving Fire Department for the rescue. It was all caught on camera.
We got a call from Animal Control stating they had some ducklings in an overflow drain on one of the ponds here on Las Colinas Boulevard.
Well, this is my first duck rescue.
This is a pretty unusual operation for us. We use our swiftwater team. We have 2 small rubber boats that we use for swiftwater rescue, and 4 gentlemen on engine 1 today were able to paddle out and put a ladder down into the overflow. There's a drain pipe off of one side of it. The 8th little duckling buried up inside that drain pipe didn't want to come out. They had to actually go into the water and spook him out of the hole so they could catch him and get him out of there.
Oh, the crew did great. They always do, no matter what kind of run we're on. This crew at engine 1, top notch.
We got all of them out. We had one that was a little shyer than the rest, was a little more difficult to get to, but we were able to get all 8 ducklings out of there and back into the pond where they can get back with their mother.
We needed to come out, so we came out to do whatever it was, as long as nobody got hurt.
Oh, I think this is a great thing. You know, it's unusual for us. It's something a little bit different. It breaks up the monotony of the day. It gives the guys a little time. They get some training out of it. In the event, we did actually have someone in the hole.
They wanted the ducks out, so we were able to do it.
Good to see that. And one firefighter we heard from at the scene said there hasn't been a rescue like that in Irving in about 25 years. The heat has been brutal, don't have to tell you that. And most of us cannot imagine leaving a pet or child in a locked car. But the Irving Fire Department says it does happen. In fact, the department cites national statistics showing that half of all heat deaths of children in cars are a result of a distracted caregiver forgetting the child was in the car. In other cases, a child got into a trunk or car to play and could not get out. So here are some tips. Put an item you need for work in the back seat. Maybe it's your purse or briefcase. When you reach for that, you will notice any children. Also, keep remote car locks out of reach. Kids can easily lock themselves at a car. As a further reminder, don't forget the baby window clings are available for free at all Irving fire stations. Punting, passing, and police. It is a combination that led to a fun opportunity for some Irving kids, and it has ties to the NFL. Ashley is back to explain.
Punt, pass, and kick. It is the oldest National Football League youth football program.
And I know when I was growing up, that was really a big deal. You watch that at halftime and everything.
What Chief of Police Larry Boyd enjoyed while growing up is what these kids now dream of.
Because I want to go to the Super Bowl.
Making it as a superstar in the NFL Super Bowl. But they must first qualify, and both the Irving Police Department and the Irving Police Athletic League are giving kids in North Texas the chance to get there.
It's a good opportunity for us to get out there, and they're here for us, and that's pretty nice of them to do.
Many proud parents are just as excited.
Something we've been looking for a long time in this area, so we're glad Irving was able to put it on and bring it out for us.
You want to put your fingers across the laces.
Officer Benny Basley organized the event here at Sam Houston Middle School. He is part of the Beltline Northgate team, an initiative to reduce crime and build community relationships through outreach programs like this one.
We care about you, that's why we put events on like this. to show that we want you to do well, and we're here for you.
He is very happy about the turnout and overall enthusiasm.
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. Pre-register, we had about 38, and of course you see a bunch of people walk up to register, so we're prepared to handle that also.
Kids ages 6 to 15 from both Irving and all over North Texas came ready to win.
We're gonna have 5 different age groups. Each participant in each age group come up, they get a chance to punt, pass, and kick.
Hard as you can. Throw it straight. An array of competitors brought their A game, including the youngest of athletes.
Why did you want to do this competition?
Mommy set me up.
A very impressive soccer player, the only girl competitor we saw.
What do you think about that? How are you feeling right now?
It's awesome. It just gives me like more strength to keep doing it.
And a 3-sport athlete from Arlington who says competing in front of a crowd made him a little nervous.
I think I did pretty good until it came to the kicking. That's where I struggled, went too far to the right, but overall I still think I did pretty good.
Once the kids have the opportunity to show off their skills, the officers record their score, and the top performers get to go on to sectionals.
It was hosted in October, and from there you get the teams championship and the nationals.
The Irving Police Department works hard to create community camaraderie and offer unique experiences for Irving children.
We have a significant investment in our youth, and what we've always said is if you want to make a difference with the future, you need to make a difference with the youth.
46, good job, man.
Chief Boyd says that is exactly what these officers are out here doing. Be sure to look for some of these faces at the 2014 NFL Super Bowl. Ashley Roberts for City Source.
Organizers say that this year's Irving Main Street event will be bigger than ever before. This is video from a past festival, but one change this year is that it will be 2 days. The date should be easy enough to remember because the beginning date is Friday the 13th. That's September 13th. That night will feature music and a carnival. The fun continues on Saturday, September 14th. That day will also feature a car show, arts and crafts, and more. It all takes place in Irving's Heritage District. Another fun event is the annual Black Collar Affair. It's a fundraiser for the DFW Humane Society. That's the no-kill shelter operating at the Animal Care campus. You're seeing clips from past years, but among the entertainment this time around, performers imitating Janis Joplin and the wonderful Carol Channing. The Black Collar Affair is Saturday, September 14th at the Las Colinas Country Club. Tickets are $100 and can be bought at dfwhumane.com. Time now for our Pets of the Week, so let's head out to the Animal Care campus.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Glass, the Irving Animal Shelter. This is our Pet of the Week, Gracie. Gracie's a 2-year-old Shepherd, maybe Pyrenees mix. She's been with us a couple weeks and she's ready for a new home. She would be good indoor or outdoor. Hopefully a family with a yard would be great for her, but she's a really good girl. She's been with us a couple weeks now and she's just ready to find her new home. This is Poncho. Poncho is available for adoption today at the Irving Animal Care Center. He is a 1-year-old male Chihuahua. He's microchipped and ready for a new home. He'll be a great indoor dog for any family that comes to see him. And he's got a wonderful little underbite. He's a very cute, very special little dog, and he's ready for his new home. This is Sweetie Pie. Sweetie Pie is a 3-month-old brown tabby kitten. She is available for adoption at the Irving Animal Care Center today. She is the perfect age to bring home to your family and introduce to new pets. And she'd be good in any home. Everybody needs to come join us Saturday, August 17th for Empty the Shelter. Every animal in the shelter available for adoption can go for $25. These animals are spayed, microchipped, vaccinated, and ready for their new homes. So please come join us. All animals, dogs, cats, puppies, anything you could want will be right here with us on Saturday.
All right, some cute ones there. Thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Even if you are not ready to adopt, here's another way to help the homeless animals every time you shop at Kroger. If you have an online Kroger account, go to KrogerCommunityRewards.com. Scroll to Texas, then type DFW Humane, and you're pretty much set. A portion of your Kroger purchases will benefit the DFW Humane Society for the next year. A big event at the Irving Convention Center is all about shoes and streetwear. We're covering Kickspo on the next City Source. Also, this year's Transportation Summit got started in a way that is different than ever before. You can see it's a bike ride. Full coverage of the summit is on our next show. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with another look at the duck rescue. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.